everyone. Welcome to Whatever Floats Your Boat, Sales versus Marketing with Cal Thomas and Monica Dema. Thank you all for watching this. We'll be doing a series of question and answers over the next couple of weeks.
So I'm kind of curious, in your experience, you asked me earlier, because I know you're actually working with one or two of my clients, and they have mostly sales roles. What kind of either conflicts do you see, or what kind of complements do you see in working together with salespeople?
So, not just with your clients or any one specific client, sales teams will create their own marketing material, which might be inconsistent with their branding, or it might have multiple voices. So if, for instance, salesperson 1 leaves, salesperson 2 comes in, now it's all new marketing material that they've created, the brand is kind of diluted at that point. So letting us take over and create their marketing material to one cohesive brand, we also provide guidelines so that if we ever were to leave the account, they could pass it on to the next individual that's taking care of it. So there's definitely legacy in that, unless they want to rebrand, and that's a whole other thing. But it's understanding, again, where sales and marketing are separated. They don't have to create all of these materials. We can do that for them so that they can do the business of selling instead of marketing.
You think salespeople have a little bit of a control problem?
Sometimes.
Exactly. But I love the way you said that. You talked about strategy. And you've met my marketing person, Susan, and she keeps me on task because if you're familiar with DISC, I'm a pretty high eye, everything's got to be fun. And I'm not the most focused human in the world, so that seems like a good idea. Hey, Susan, that seems like a good idea. She said, it does seem like a good idea. Now remind me how that ties back to our strategy and our target audience.
Right.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
What should I do? Or occasionally I'll do some messaging on LinkedIn. And she'll say, Cal, what was your intent about that? Because everything we do should be intentional.
Right.
I don't think oftentimes salespeople are very disciplined and intentional,
Right.
which is why they bristle at me when I first started the training program, because it is following a system, it is following a specific intentional path that is lined up with marketing.
So LinkedIn, the messaging on LinkedIn needs to be specific and it needs to be targeted. I consult with a lot of companies, small groups and individuals for their LinkedIn messaging from a sales approach, where they will start trending in recipe of the day, and I'm like, but you're a financial advisor. Why is this relevant? What was your intention? Yes, you want to show that you're a human being and you enjoy cooking and you're really relatable for your clients, but you don't want to trend in recipe of the day. You want to trend in financial freedom or financial wellness, something like that. So as you're putting things out on LinkedIn, what kind of hashtags do you find resonate more? Are they very specific and goal-oriented, or is it kind of an overarching theme, like Thought Leadership Thursday?
Mine tend to be a little more specific, and marketing people may not, but we try and be very consistent. And if somebody does that, or we have other people, like doing some programs with our local chamber, have them use that.
Right.
One we've been using that we found some great success with is hashtag virtual SKO, which sales teams know as sales kickoffs, because nobody's been doing their sales kickoffs. In fact, I was scheduled for one back at the end of March, and it was canceled. Now, we did do it virtually, and I've been doing a bunch of them ever since, so that's something that seems to be trending pretty well, so it's specific. And I'm not the great visionary. I leave that to the marketing people to go find out what is trending. You tell me what to use, and I'll use it.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So you're malleable.
More or less, I am.
Susan's doing a great job.
She's keeping me within the guardrails, as we say.
Absolutely.
So do you do it differently? Do you do more broad or specific, or do you find a combination that's better?
For my own purposes, I do a mixture of the two to try to get a larger audience. Not necessarily spaghetti at a wall, but there's still a reason to get a larger audience. And then more specifically from digital and content marketing standpoint, those are the areas that I want to trend in on LinkedIn and build awareness, whether for my company or myself. But then for my clients, we're constantly tracking the 3-day, 5-day, and 2-week mark. What are their engagements like? How many posts, reposts, likes, comments, shares, etc. What does that look like? And you want to make sure that you're doing the right activities that are being rewarded, right? So you want everything to have thousands of views, hundreds of reshares and engagement, but you don't get that all the time. So then why? Let's determine why.
And you may have hit on my favorite thing about marketing. Is you guys do that and I don't have to.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a good thing.
That's the goal.
You made me think of something though, because for me in my business, a lot of my prospecting behaviors. One of them is speaking and speaking to groups, thus the virtual SKO. So we do some other things that are targeted at a broader audience to invite me in as a speaker. And it has varying degrees of success. And that could be management organizations, because we're talking about sales. I also have a management program and a customer service program. I don't spend as much time there maybe as I should, but we do those as well. So it's not necessarily focused there. And my audience is not the salesperson, which you wouldn't maybe think. It's the leaders of the organizations of sales, be it the CEO, the owner, or the senior director of sales.
So they notice that something is missing or could be better, and that's where you put it.
Correct. And I don't know if that's the same for you. It's not the company, and people misunderstand. I think we talked about pain. We need to understand their pain, and pain is personal and individual. So we have to target the personal individual. The salesperson's pain is different than the owner of the company's pain.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense, right? It should not be the same pain at both
Correct.
levels.
Correct.
That's okay. I'm out of questions.
I am too. I think we should go for a boat ride. What do you think?
I think so.
All right, we're out
Thanks,
of here.
everyone.